Intellectual conversations, dope narrations, and analysis, as well as dissections on the illest show streaming live on television, Teatime. My name is, of course, the luscious Lydia. Of course, hype yourself, we don't hype you. And of course, I never do this alone. With me here is the most elegant, beautiful, stunning Mo.
Wow.
Mololuwa.
Thank you.
Good
Lydia.
morning, Mo. How
Good
are
morning.
you doing today?
I'm good. I'm happy it's Friday.
Yes.
Always happy.
I love the vibes you're giving me this morning.
Really?
Bringing so much joy.
Aww.
Just the nice, calm energy we need for the weekend, of course.
Period.
And of course, you know that we can't do this without you. So do join the conversation by calling in on 0909-840-8408 to share your opinions on trending discussions. So as always on Fridays, it's time for some trivia.
Yay.
Yes. So of course we're gonna move to the first trivia question, which is, who decided that tardiness was African time exactly?
I mean, I feel like African timing is tardiness in its own lane.
Okay.
I think you have lateness. Some people, I'm just running late, I'm running a little bit late. But I think with Africans, the lateness is a different level. So I think it's a different category entirely.
But I mean, like, who wrote that rule for us? Like,
We wrote it ourselves, I think. Yes, because normally, I think most other people, if they say I'm running late, you're thinking maybe like, in fact, they might even tell you, I'm like 5 minutes out. The Africans ever tell you, oh, you see me? They'll say, you see me now.
You see me now.
Because there's a completely different. I'm almost and you'll see me now means I'm leaving my house now. So it's a completely different level of lateness, in my opinion. It's not the same as normal lateness. I think we've carved a niche for ourselves.
Actually, and I think we also just always underestimate how much time it probably gets to get ready, and including all the factors in and everything. I think we generally just underestimate. We just is it not just a 10-minute ride? Forgetting that you don't necessarily control what happens on the road. You can only control how much time you spend at home, getting ready and all of that.
Nah, our own is not normal tardiness. I'm so sorry. No, our own is honestly, our own borders on disrespect.
Are you serious?
Yes, because there's a certain lack of care for your time, lack of regard. You wait for me, you get there but somebody will be looking at you like, they're like, but I'm here now, let's start. And
the interesting thing too, so for example, because I know, people still even take work a bit more seriously and all that thing, but when it comes to maybe events and stuff, you hear people say things like, let's say the party starts by 4, is it not just 3 o'clock? I don't want to be the first one there now and I start looking like I came there for the food, or I'm too early. And I'm just like, is it really a crime to be on time in this country?
And the problem now is you end up falling in line because you too, if they say 3 o'clock and you actually get the party for 3, you'll see what everybody is saying.
Exactly. They'll be like,
they'll say, honestly, I know someone that says, if I get there for the time they put on the invitation, I'll help them set up the chairs.
Are you
so what's the point? I'm going to be setting up with them, and it's true, unfortunately.
I mean, not that it's bad to help out, but just the mentality surrounding.
I didn't come here with the intention to do event planner or decorator with you.
Exactly.
Do you get?
I just came to celebrate with you and as a guest.
So it's not bad to help, but if I came with that intention, that's a different matter entirely. So me coming when you asked me to come, but there's nowhere for me to sit down. So I think we have won that title.
Oh my goodness.
In terms of
champions
of lateness.
We even if we didn't exactly start it ourselves, we've already embraced it.
Yes.
That's really bad. I still remember, Kay Henshaw was she was saying something about tardiness. She hates it so much and she finds it very disrespectful as well. And that just really got me thinking, who actually decided this for us? But now, it just seems
the problem is you even should stop hating it, because you'll just give yourself unnecessary high blood pressure in this country.
Actually.
In this country, you're disrespected by lateness. Don't worry, they'll finish you. Just
there will always be something, or
they will
just
actually finish
general
you with disrespect. So
I really hope it gets better for us in the long run.
okay, at least you are still hoping.
You know, you've given up already.
My sister.
Moving on to our trivia question number 2. Why are Nigerians, or would I say Africans, generally not big on, you know, exploring? So let's say things like, you know, bungee jumping or skydiving, or, you know, things like that.
Oh my goodness. There's this video that I saw of this girl doing paragliding. And the way she was shouting, the guy was like, she was abroad. The guy was like, are you okay? She said, no, I'm not okay. He said, I'm not okay. I'm not. It was so, no, honestly, that video was one of the funniest things I've watched ever. I feel like we're land animals. We're not sea or water or air, or we're just land animals. And I don't know, maybe like, I don't know scientifically, but maybe like our like body like composition, our bone density and all this kind of stuff maybe actually contributes to the kind of places, terrain that we feel safest on. I'm quite sure there's a difference between the body composition of a black person and the body composition of a white person, for example. Because white people quite like water and all this kind of things. Black people, not always. Sometimes a bit more cautious. So maybe like our bones are denser, heavier, and so, you know, some things come more naturally to us than others, because black people, for example, tend to dominate in the sort of athletics spaces, so on land. So maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to find an excuse for us, but maybe that contributes to why we don't like certain things beyond.
And you know, interestingly, my dad has this theory that, you know, like, I mean, which is not necessarily untrue, because, you know, to a large extent, he's like, oh, you know, a lot of Africans are sort of, like, sometimes when they don't, this has a more primitive, would I say a more primitive side, but like, oh, you know, a lot of Africans, when they don't understand something, they just tend to like, maybe worship it or something. So you have people that are, worshipping the god of the sea, but yet they don't like swimming or, you know, surfing or any of those things. Or, you know, I don't know if there is, you know, people that there's a god of the air or something, but yet, you know, they're scared of like heights and flying and stuff like that. And when I thought about it, I was like, this thing actually, you know, it kind of makes sense. Yeah. It kind of does make sense. But, you know, I feel like, you know, we should be, I think our lifestyle generally is even adventurous enough. So it's like we're not trying to do anything that's going to put us in further danger, because
being Nigerian is enough of an adventure. I
know, right? Like it's an adventure every single day.
Please don't perpetuate all these Oyinbo points of view, because they'll not think we live in like Temple Run or something.
Actually,
they live like no. We have normal like civilized ways of life.
Yes, we do.
But I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. People often refer to places like, a lot of people have asked me, oh, so how are you finding our jungle? How are you finding that? And I'm just like,
I mean, there are the ups and downs, but it's still a pretty normal place. Normal.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not scared of heights or scared of water, but I think those things are very one-off for me. So like, for example, I went paragliding, was it last year? I was like, that's it, I don't need to do this again in my life. That's done. Do you get, like, I can do something else in the air, like I can go bungee jumping or I can go skydiving, but like, I feel like I can dabble in this kind of, you know, adrenaline rushing activities, but not
sticking off your bucket list, but then not doing the extra.
Like even swimming, I've only just recently learned or started learning how to swim.
Oh, okay.
Well, again, because of course my parents did try when I was a child, but I think there was something about my bones. Like my bones were just not having it. I tried and tried for years and years. Eventually, they just gave up. But now I'm actually learning how to swim.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not scared of water, but
just like,
yes, I wouldn't choose to be in water every day.
Yes.
That kind of thing. So, how about you?
Honestly, one part of me really wants to, you know, just try all these things. But it's also just like, I think the Nigerian in me sometimes, it's just like, you know what? First of all, swimming. I really want to learn how to swim. But swimming and I have had a very interesting experience. I'm sure my parents will be laughing if they're watching this. Because long story short, I kind of almost drowned.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was when I was like 6.
Yeah.
So it was just like ever since then, you know. But I mean, you know, deep down on the inside, I really do want to have that, you know, have the adventures, you know. I've gone bungee jumping, but it was in a more controlled, you know, environment. Okay. So, but then apart from that, you know, zip lining, paragliding, all of that. I really want to, but I'm just like the Nigerian in me. Let me shine.
Did you do camp? Did you do manual war in camp?
No, I didn't stay that long.
Okay. I was gonna say that one is activity now. That one, we're jumping from all sorts of things and crawling.
That was actually what I was looking forward to, but then, you know, we had like all the marching and everything that sort of overshadowed. So, but honestly, I think being a Nigerian is enough adventure. So, honestly, if you're not feeling brave enough, you're not feeling up to it, don't bother yourself. That's it, honestly. Okay, and our final trivia question is, why is there always this like awkward feeling when people are singing a happy birthday song to you? Like, why do you never know what to do? I just wonder, like, there's just this moment. Are you supposed to sing along? Are you supposed to dance? Are you just supposed to stand there and soak in all the love? Or, like, I don't know.
It is awkward, actually. I don't know. Because, yeah, you can't join in. Otherwise, it just feels a bit strange. But then at the same time, just sitting there now also feels strange.
Yes, it's like,
weird.
Which way? I think it's also because we're not used to so much attention, you know, throughout the year. And then it's like, oh, this one time, everybody is actually here because of me, singing because of me, you know, bringing press. So it just feels a bit surreal, you know, to an extent. And you're also just kind of shy, like, oh, you guys are being so cute.
Honestly.
I think that's it, honestly. I think that's it. I think it's just the attention. Because I just thought about it, like, really, we're just always standing there, just smiling. If you're singing along, it starts to look a bit like...
Yes, this one is full of herself.
Exactly, you're so full of yourself. Why are you singing happy birthday? And then, of course, if you don't, some people might feel like, oh, you're not happy, today's your birthday, that kind of thing.
No, that one is... I can't explain that one.
I know, right? I think it's just the awkwardness. So maybe what you could do is probably just dance along. That way you're not singing, but you're still happy.
Yeah, and engaging.
Exactly, you're still engaging in the moment. So yes, we've come to the end of the trivia session, and now we're going to move on to our trending videos to get your heart pumping and your blood. Heart racing and your blood pumping. One day I'll get it right. Shout out to Salam. Let's have trending video number 1. Satisfying enough. Yeah, it's never really feeling enough for you to just...
Bro, I don't know. I can't even answer this question because I don't even know. Like, there's just a certain way that, like, certain foods land. I don't know how to describe this. Like, I don't know. But, like, it's true. When you get home, you're just like, okay, oh yeah, let me go and eat. And it's just like, but the whole essence of me going out. I went to a restaurant. And now I'm coming home to eat eba. Like, no, this shouldn't be.
Interesting. When I was younger, I would see like other adults. I would see them do stuff like that, and I'd be like, but we literally just ate. Like, how is it that you're still hungry? And then now that I'm older, it starts to sink in a bit.
I think for me, it's especially with Chinese food.
Okay.
So I've heard that Chinese food digests super quickly.
Yes, I've heard so as well.
So that one I actually over the years I can attest to, because you know I've gone out to eat Chinese and I'm home and I'm just like, I'm kind of hungry, you know. So I think maybe, I don't know, maybe there's certain like things in certain foods that we eat more outside that means that the food digests more quickly, or maybe we're just so, I don't know, maybe maybe like if the swallow hasn't hit or the rice hasn't hit, then we don't feel like
actually. Or do you sometimes feel like maybe it's let me not say like not necessarily attitude or like an emotional kind of thing. So for example, sometimes when I go to a restaurant, the portion, unless the portion sizes are like really big or you know really decent, you know, sometimes you're just really, I think sometimes you're just so conscious. Someone like me, sometimes I can be a bit conscious, you know, like the way I eat or like how I'm eating it. So maybe when you're thinking about all of that, there's not really enough mindfulness, you know, in what you're
using all the brain power.
Exactly. So by the time you're done, you're just like, no, I'm still hungry.
Yeah, I think that's true as well. I also think that going out to eat is kind of like, it's an activity, if that makes sense. So how do I put this? So it's not necessarily about the food or being full.
Right.
It's about the interaction with whoever you're with, or just the leisure of being out and that kind of thing. So maybe it feeds another part of like our brains or something. That's not necessarily
I think there's just so much calculation involved, and then let's not even get into, you know, like the price of always
eating out right
now. So I think everything combined is enough to drain you of the food you already
eat. What sometimes some people do is, again, because of cost, some people might not eat to their satisfaction outside, because if I was to my satisfaction, my bank account there.
Exactly.
Do you get? So some people might just have a starter or something and a drink. So like, don't worry, we're just here for the chit-chat.
Just for
when
the
I get home, I'll
eat proper food.
So that might be
interesting. Okay, so let's move on now to trending video number 2.
Baby girl do me mini mini, she do my heart mini mini. Would you want just the closer to me? Like Faraday, you will let it to me. See a big star, it's like the center. See a big shine, it's like the center. Baby girl do me mini mini, she do my heart mini mini. Would you want just the closer to me? Like Faraday, you will let it to me.
Stupid boy for me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, well, there are many sides to this thing.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, on one hand, you just have to be happy for them, because like they always say, you know, people that have fallen in love. Exactly. So there's that on that hand. But at the same time, you know, sometimes with everything that everyone is going through right now, you know, it might just be the little things that just tick you off, and you're just advising your friend, like, just break up with this guy. Like, there's no need for all of this. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, maybe the love still will triumph, you know.
See, that feeling is like, oh my gosh. Your friend has come to you to complain about something, and you see you're siding with your friend because you're thinking, okay, we're in this together, and then that person now goes back
to the person.
Like you only need to experience it once or twice, and then you realize that. Don't worry. Anything you say to me, I'll just be saying, really? Oh,
oh, so sorry. Sorrow is prayers.
Do you get? Oh, okay. Don't advise, because you find yourself like.
At least we'll be happy like, now. We'll wear pretty clothes on the wedding. I will smile, hoping for the best.
But then at the same time, some could argue that, I don't know, what kind of friend would it make you if you actually saw something or heard something from your friend or otherwise about the person that they're with, and you didn't say anything about it, knowing that it's not really a positive thing, just because you're thinking, well, I don't want to get involved. I don't know, what kind of friend does it make you?
So I feel there are some things that are, I don't know, some things are kind of necessary, like some things are important. So, you know, if it has to, let me not say like reputation wise, but, you know, some things are serious. For example, if some people are sort of questioning a person's character and it's maybe, for example, maybe like fraud or something like that, you would need to actually check in with your friend, especially if it's for more than one person. If it's just maybe 1 or 2 people, it might just be like, okay. But if it's more than like 2 people, you might actually need to check in like, okay, this is what I heard. I'm not telling you this because I believe so. I'm just saying it, you know, so in case you're aware, or to at least let you be aware before you take any further steps. But it's also like, at the same time, some things might just be like maybe just pure hate speech or just like speculations. And
so if there was something that was what you considered important and also true, and your friend still went ahead to like marry this person, would you like show, like, what would your maybe involvement be in their wedding? That kind of thing.
So I feel like that's a bit tricky, but I think I would show the most support that I can.
Okay.
So hopefully they don't really ask me to do anything super major,
like
bridesmaid or something. But I mean, if I absolutely have to, and maybe, you know, based on how close we are, I would. I mean, I don't have a choice.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I would pick the friendship over, but at least they are aware that I, you know, had their best interest.
I don't think I could be a bridesmaid for someone who I disagree with.
Really?
Fundamentally.
Really?
Yes, because I feel like I'm like witnessing to that and like supporting that marriage by virtue of being there, especially in such a major, or like holding such a major office as a bridesmaid or a chief bridesmaid. Surely those kind of people should be the people that, you know, you can call, for example, if something happened along the course of your marriage and be like, oh my gosh. But if I knew from the very beginning that, see, this marriage or this man, question mark, I just feel like I'm being deceitful by standing there carrying flowers, smiling, pulling your dress, like when I can see the end of this situation.
But
personally,
okay, sorry.
But as a guest, I can come and eat the rice.
Oh, okay.
Because you get. But like as to now play a major role, I just don't think it would be me being true to myself. So I'd have to respectfully decline.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. I just feel like, you know, depending on, like I said again, for me, it depends on how close we are. So if it's someone that we're not very close,
I think the closer we are, Steph, the more I would be like,
do you not trust exactly? You know, do you not trust me enough to like? I totally understand, but I still feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I know it can be a bit frustrating to have, you know, people that, you know, okay, they just don't listen. But I think, you know, to an extent, at least, I would still want to be that friend that, okay, fine, things are not going so well. I wouldn't want to necessarily have the I told you so kind of angle. I would want to be that person that, okay, you could actually still come and fine, okay, I might not be directly involved because I'm not in the marriage, but at least I can comfort you and offer whatever form of support that, you know, I can.
Okay.
I know it's actually a very, you know, very dicey thing, to be honest, because like you said, honestly, it would be nice to just show up as a guest and just, but it's also like, imagine if maybe that person is like your best friend and everybody's like, oh, we could have come, that, you know, you would have been the chief or at least on the bridal party, and just like, no, I couldn't, you know, it would seem so. I mean,
to be honest, if I think it would actually bring more drama for me to be a guest than not, I can just not come to the wedding at all.
Wouldn't that be even more drama?
No, but that's what I'm saying. So sometimes your presence is like you're now diverting the attention from the bride.
Right.
So if I feel like the chance of that happening is super high, I still wouldn't be a bridesmaid. There's nothing you can do to make me a bridesmaid. If so I've said that I fundamentally think this is like a train wreck waiting to happen, I can't.
Oh wow.
I can't. I just can't. It's not. I just think it's disingenuous. But I wouldn't come and now try and be like, oh, bad-mouthing you at your wedding or trying to take the shine. I'd rather just not be there. I can send you a gift.
Okay.
But
perspectives. Very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. And now let's move on to trending video number 3.
Want to get you things with me, I don't do. I swear, till I fucked up, I know that I did you wrong. You get many things so they cause issues. When you feel your pain like I'm in your shoes, I swear that I fucked up, I know that I did you wrong. I don't know if it admit waiting I don't do. Want to get you things with me, I don't do. I swear till I fucked up, I know that I did you wrong. Many things where they cause issues. But if you're pain like I'm in your shoes, I swear that I fucked up. I know that I did.
So when exactly did we get to this stage
Oh,
in
D&D
society?
warriors.
So you're one of them.
No, I don't participate in such. My friends, I'm always telling them, like, who is looking for you? Who is actually looking for you?
Bothering you that
you're for real.
I'm sorry.
I'm always telling them, I'm just like, take me off of this do not disturb list. Though. I won't call you again. I don't have energy for this. I'll now be calling you 2 times, 3 times because of what? I just won't call you.
Actually,
Stop. It's annoying. It's very, very annoying because I know that if you call twice within a certain amount of time, whatever, it goes through, the call goes through. But why should I be calling you 2 times? Because of what?
Exactly. You should at least filter. So, some certain people should not be
It's
on
annoying.
D&D.
It's very annoying.
Kind of annoying. But then again, I mean, sometimes I just don't want. I mean, obviously, yes, you will have your moments of, do not disturb, maybe like when you're going to sleep or something. But then again, sometimes I'm just like, everybody should just leave me alone. Like,
fair enough. If that's like once in a while, I feel like everybody deserves their like own personal space. That's fine, of course. But like the people that make do not disturb like a lifestyle, like a personality trait, it's just. I'm just like, why? My sister even does it. I'm just like, me and my brother always saying like, this girl really thinks she's important because. What's there?
What's there?
My brother was like, who is calling you?
Actually, when you think
like,
about it,
who's
you're not
actually
getting that
checking for
many
you?
phone calls. It's just like the probably
like,
few people that are consistently
ego, man. So
okay, that one hit me, not the inflated ego. But anyways, I mean, you do you. Just make sure that your most important contacts are not suffering this as well, and hopefully there will not be any emergencies that will make you regret this D&D action. So that is what we have for the first half of the show. We're going to go on a quick music break and then we'll be back. My name is still your luscious Lydia, and we will see you after the music break.